Barcelona 3, Mallorca 0. Hi everybody, welcome to Barca Volume. Welcome to the first post-game show of LaLiga 2025-2026 as it kicks off. And Barca wins 3-0 and takes number one spot in La Liga. We needed that one more goal. And of course, who other than Lamine Yamal. So now, let's talk about the game, but make sure you drop your chat. I'm gonna get to everybody, okay? But from the very first couple of minutes, Lamine Yamal gets an incredible pass to Rafinha to score the opening goal of La Liga. That kind of carry that makes you forget that he's still a teenager. And Rafinha, the run of his dreams to the perfect pass of his dreams. It was a dream goal, that first one. And then in the 23rd minute, oh boy, Ferran Torres outside the box, an absolute banger. But controversial nonetheless, because it all started with Yamal unleashing a rocket and smash into Mallorca's defender's head, and it went down. The referee didn't whistle, and then Ferran picked up the ball and basically just said thank you very much and buried it. That's a 2-0 game, and the goal stands, and a lot of people are arguing if the goal should have been disallowed. But here's the thing. People always want to make and blame the referees. Mallorca was in a disadvantage and the player was down and should have stopped it. This isn't a playground football, okay? The ref didn't blow the whistle. Barcelona kept playing. Mallorca stopped. And this game, this is La Liga. This isn't like some playground game. You got to keep playing until the whistle it's blown. That's what happened. Barcelona was martyred. Let's be honest. But I will get to everything in deep dive into everything exactly how it happened. But at that point, the game collapsed in the 33rd minute as Manu Morlanes gets a second yellow after a breakthrough from Lamine Yamal, who was a force to be reckoned with. An incredible game by Lamine Yamal, to be quite honest with you guys. In the 39th minute, Muriqi, a straight red, gone as well. This was the play on John Garcia when he just boots it out and hits his head, and that's just a straight up red, man. Honestly. But here's what I loved about Barcelona tonight. We kind of coasted. We were a little slow in the second half, but Dani Olmo came in the second half. I don't think Fermin had a great game. I'm going to get to player ratings a little bit later, but he hits the woodwork. Rafinha takes a few shots, Lamine too, but right before the end of the game, as Leo Roman seems like he was having an amazing game in the second half. Not the first half, but the second half, I thought Leo Roman made a few stops and made me remind of the last game when it was 1-0, that he just literally stopped everything and Barcelona just couldn't get past him. But the difference is Barcelona, they needed one more goal, and they got it into the hands of one and only Lamine Yamal, who gets that breakthrough on the left. Was that like Messi, little baby goal? I thought that was literally like a little Messi type of goal, to be honest. He gets the ball on the far wide, cuts inside in between two defenders, creates the space, and just hits it in the back of the net. It looked really simple, to be honest with you. But yeah, no, man, let me read the chat. We are going to get the good, the bad, and the ugly in this episode. I'm so excited to be here. The first post-game show of La Liga, man. No more post-game, no más, and no more friendly games, no more preseason games. So let me know what you guys are saying in the chat before we get to the good, the bad, and the ugly. Barcelona, as I said before, takes the number one spot. We're going to get to all the controversies. Don't worry. Dali's in the house. What is going on, Dali? Hats to you, man. What is the Lamine Green kids, man? Yeah, so we're going to talk about this whole thing, too, with Barcelona. Dude, I'm the only one who's wearing the shirt that I'm supposed to be wearing, this is the one kit that Barcelona was supposed to come out today, and they didn't. Because I guess it was a technicality issue with this color and Mallorca's color. They didn't want to mix it up, and La Liga said you guys are gonna have to play with last year's kit, which is I thought it was weird. But guys, 85 people watching right this second and only 15 likes. Guys, help me get to 3,000 subscribers. The only way you're going to help me is if you like the stream and if you comment your thoughts. But now, let me get to you guys. What are you guys are saying, man? What is going on? Let's say this was not fun. This was not a fun match to watch. Dude, Barcelona fans, we are so spoiled. And Hansi Flick has spoiled us very, very much. Now, I do think that there's something to be said about Mallorca parking the bus in the second half and really Barcelona just kind of cruising into this game. I thought the second half was really sluggish, but we're going to get to my thoughts about everything. And I do get what you're saying, but don't be spoiled, guys. 3-0. We needed that third goal so that we can be in the number one spot right now. Vamos. What is up, Nathan? Golazo de Lamine. Yeah, the little king, baby goat. The little king, baby goat. That dude, I love that celebration, man. This season, we're going to piss so many Madridistas. They're already pissed off saying that this game was all a gift for Barcelona, that we didn't deserve this win. Dude, I almost wish this goals never happened because it messed with the game. I almost wanted the game to just play it out and just Barcelona. What's up, Omar? Omar BYT is also in the house, and thank you guys for doing the raids, man. I really appreciate it. It says, Omar BYT raid, I'm wearing the Kobe shirt on my watch along. Big up to you, Omar. Me too. Look, this is the Kobe shirt. It doesn't say Kobe in the back, but it's still the Kobe shirt. But guys, yeah, how do you guys see the game, man? Participate in the poll. But the way I saw this game, man, a lot of Real Madrid fans are pissed off. A lot of accounts are really, really pissed off. They're probably more pissed off than Mallorca. Now, to be fair, I thought the referee was a little weird tonight. I thought the referee was actually pretty suspect, to be honest with you. I don't think he made the right calls. I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna get right to it. I thought that the Rafinha play, I thought we got incredibly lucky there. That could have been a red card. As a matter of fact, I don't know what you guys think, but I thought Rafinha coming from behind on that slide tackle like that, that's a red. Especially when you're gonna red card two other Mallorca players. I think we got pretty lucky there. So, but yeah, Jonas Raid is in the house as well, guys. Subscribe to my people, man. Omar BYT, Football Carnage, Barca Reacts. These guys always sending their people to my channel. I really, really appreciate it. But guys, let's get these likes up. 92 people watching. Only 32 likes. So if we can get to more likes, we'll get to more people. That would lead to more subscribers, and we're going to grow this channel. I just know it. But yeah, Christopher, congrats on the first win for Barca. More to improve, Biscal Barca. Yeah, guys, it's the first game. Relax. Flick has spoiled us into thinking that we're going to score 5 goals every single game. 3-0 against Mallorca, a game we thought it was going to be hard going into the game. I know they had they were down 2 players, but at the same time, just be happy, man. We scored that last one. I just wanted to get one more goal. That's it. I'm going to get to the good, the bad in just a second. I do want to say hi to everyone who's in the house. Says big up, 2 goals and down 2 men. They took the foot off the gas, the pedal, and it was smart. No need to over the players and the game, and there was the banger from Lamine, 2 other great goals. So that's a great point. You know, you want to take it slow. You don't want to run over, especially play high intensity the whole match when you don't really have to. 9 men should have been 5-0. Yeah, but when teams are parking the bus, it gets compact. And Leo Roman, it's a great goalkeeper. So those things are going to happen, in my opinion. Lamine is going to make that curl shot his own signature with Trivela. Yeah. It says, how the hell did the number 1, bro? How the hell did they take number 1, bro? Everyone is on 3 points in LaLiga. LaLiga doing. We took number 1 because not the other teams haven't played yet, and we're number 1 because Rayo Vallecano scored 3-1 yesterday up against Girona, so they were number 1. If we would have won 2-0, Rayo Vallecano would have been above us because they scored 3 goals. So that's all I'm saying. So we still gotta wait for tomorrow. By the way, it's Mallorca. We barely got 1.0 last season. They defend well, and we have a great goalkeeper. Exactly, dude. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to all the player ratings. I just want to make sure I say hi to everyone who I haven't say hi to. What's up, man? Wearing what's going on? What is going on, Richard? Thank you for stopping by, guys. Guys, if you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to the channel. The 115 people watching, if you guys can like this stream and subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate it. We're gonna get to player ratings as soon as I'm done saying hi to everyone who's stopping by, man. I like saying hi to make sure I showcase every comment, what you guys thought about the game. But guys, I said this. Lamine Yamal is on a mission. He wants to be the best player in the world. He wants to be the best player this season, starting off the game with an assist and then closing it out with an amazing goal, Leo Messi style. To me, that's baby goat status, man. That's Lamine Yamal looks faster. He looks stronger. He looks everything he's doing. How did Lamine Yamal get faster all of a sudden, dude? It's only been 2 weeks off. We've only had 2 weeks off. How can he be stronger and faster? What's he eating over there? I mean, what's going on? Mallorca defend like we had the Fair family at the gunpoint. Yeah, they defend really well in the second half. They didn't want to get humiliated. There was a kid that was crying on the stands. That was heartbreaking, man. That was really heartbreaking. I don't know how many of you saw that. But yeah, so Football Carnage is also in the house, man. I want to say hi, man. Wait, thank you so much for the raid. Football Carnage is coming through, man. I appreciate it. Football Carnage, if you guys can subscribe to his channel as well, that would mean the world. We all working together as one. But I can see the poll at 87%. Most of you thought Ferran Torres was a good goal. I am gonna break it to you. What is up, Carnage, man? Thank you for sending your people here. Let me know, Football Carnage, what did you think about the game? What did you think about the referees? Did Barcelona get help today? Let me know. I don't care. You guys can tell me. I know you guys are Real Madrid fans, but we're gonna talk about everything. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on this whole play. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on the refereeing overall. But I really thought that tonight was not a good referee night. It went Barcelona's way in a few occasions, but I don't buy into this whole thing that these things are rigged. Don't buy in this whole thing that that's Bardril or Negreira stuff. Referees are just flat out bad. I thought that my issue with Ferran Torres' goal, and I'll get to it right now, I thought Ferran Torres' goal, my problem was the referee confused Mallorca players. I don't care if the referee doesn't feel like I don't care if the referee doesn't feel like the player needs attention. The only time, this is a legal goal, okay? I'm just gonna say that it's a legal goal. It's a legal play. The only time it's not, it's the referee feels like the player on the ground needs immediate attention because it's a head injury. So given that the referee took the whistle to his mouth and he kept it there, that kind of took the guards of Mallorca, and they didn't defend that play that much. But he took the whistle to his mouth, and he didn't blow the whistle, and the play literally took 8 seconds, and that's the important thing here. Because if the play would have been like say 3 to 4 seconds, it's not enough time for the referee to see if the play should be whistle dead. Then if it takes 8 seconds, I think that the play should have been whistle dead because it was right in front of him. So at that point, I do see that the goal should have been disallowed, in my opinion, because according to Archivo Bar, the point here is the 8 seconds. Because if the referee had enough time to see the player on the ground that got hit and should have been blown dead. If the play would have been much faster, the play has to stand, because there's not enough time for the referee to determine if the play needs to be blown dead or not. So the play needs to continue because that's not a foul. Remember, that's not a foul. The only time it needs to be blown dead if the referee feels that should be he needs to have immediate attention. Now, did he need immediate attention? I don't think so. I really did not think so. Decent performance. The only thing the ref got wrong was the second goal. The red cards were fair. Yeah, the red cards were fair, but also to be fair, also Rafinha should have been red carded in the first half. I'm not gonna lie, that was a red card in my opinion. So I thought that was a very that play was actually. I thought that Rafinha should have gotten red card, especially if two Mallorca players are gonna get a red card. I think that Rafinha should have been a red card, especially at that time. But yeah, he's saying fair enough. That's the rule. That's the rule, by the way. The 8 seconds is the most important thing that happened on this play, and he confused Mallorca defenders. That's my main thing. If you're gonna take your whistle to your mouth, you need to blow the play dead because the players are looking at you. Now, the players do make the mistake. Ferran Torres is smart. They teach you this in 8th grade. In 8th grade, they teach you, do not stop unless you hear the whistle. Do not stop unless you hear the whistle. And Mallorca players stop. Ferran Torres doesn't stop. He doesn't hear the whistle. He keeps going and scores. That's a goal. That is just how it goes. And honestly, I think the player on the ground was actually faking it a little bit, in my opinion. But no, I think it's all about the referee. I think plays did win our way. It just seemed like Mallorca, everything was going up against them. Everything was not going their way. Refs foul, not Barca on the second goal. Refs suck always. I know it's the thing with referees in LaLiga, man. And I think we can all agree. That the referees needs to get better in LaLiga overall. But before that, I also want to get to the couple of plays. So we're going to be looking at. But I want to just say hi real quick. Catalan, what's going on? Dennis, what's going on, man? It was still a good win. But believe it or not, I don't like the referee taking this much away from the game. I hate referees taking this much from the game, man. This was a great game. It could have been a much better product if the referees can just stay out of the freaking way, bro. Stay out of the way. Barcelona probably would have scored more goals. Mallorca wouldn't have to just park the bus in the second half, and we wouldn't be talking about all these controversial calls. I wish Barcelona would have just beat Mallorca hands down, no help, no nothing, and just go straight up and beat them straight up. But nonetheless, Barcelona gets the 3 points and get the number 1 spot. Madrid has to win tomorrow, 4-0, or not tomorrow. They play on Tuesday. Real Madrid has to win 4-0 to take the number 1 spot because as of right now, Barcelona it's number 1. But yeah, let's take it a few things about Bar because Archivo Bar it's an account that I like relying on. Archivo Bar they're very objective, okay? So they're talking about the referee, right? It says they got a really bad rating apparently. So they got the rating right now it's 1.0. His first half so arbitration forget by Manuela Montero in Real Mallorca Barcelona match 1.0. His first half was disastrous, making three very serious mistakes. I guess. Let's read it. He did not stop the game in the Rosario days. The player that was on the ground that led to Ferran's goal and failed to see 2 actions in warranting direct red cards. So, what do you guys? Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think about Rafinha's slide tackle from behind? I thought that this was low-key a red card because it says the Barcelona, the Bar and Manuela Montero spared Rafinha's expulsion. The Brazilian forgets the ball and goes into both legs forward and Mateo Mori supporting's leg. It's a straight red. At first half, it's a first half to forget for him, I guess. But yeah, I mean, what did you guys think? I mean, this other one, that was a straight up red. That was a good call there. The Bar had a red on Len in hand and Manuela Montero at Son Moix. Muriqui, who doesn't reach the ball, plants his foot at the height of Joan Garcia's neck. It's a straight red. So at that point, I mean, these are 2 controversial calls that went Barcelona's way. But it's a 3-0 victory. Barcelona played with against 9 players in the second half, interestingly enough. But, guys, now let's get to the good and let's get to the bad and also let's get to the ugly and let's get to player ratings because, like I said, Rafinha scores the first half. What amazing run and an amazing pass from Lamine Yamal, who actually Lamine Yamal gets an assist and gets a goal in this game. I thought that was great. Ferran Torres in the 23rd minute also scores that controversial goal. And then Lamine Yamal, ladies and gentlemen, in Lionel Messi style, wins the man of the match. Baby goat, baby goat, baby goat. From the beginning of this match, right? Joan Garcia gets, I guess, we got scared because Joan Garcia got injured in his hand and maybe he wasn't going to play because I guess with one, I think he took a shot and he tried to save it and he hit his fingers and we all got really, really scared from the beginning. But guys, if this game doesn't scream that we have a goalkeeper, I don't know what game will. Because honestly, in this game, I thought Joan Garcia was incredible. He knows when to go. He knows when to stay. And not only that, but when he gets the ball, he knows how to counter. Because remember, Joan Garcia, guys, Joan Garcia, one of the good things that he does is very used to counterplay. Joan Garcia is very underrated here. He knows how to counter because he's so used to playing with Espanyol, who always play defense and they attack in transition. So every time Joan Garcia gets the ball, he's always looking into the final third. He's always looking at Rafinha. He's always looking at Lamine Yamal. He's always looking at Ferran Torres. He wants to connect with the final third, and he did the same thing in this game. I thought that was something very, very telling by Joan Garcia, and not just his saves, not just the security that he offers behind the goal, but also when he gets the ball, he's already looking to counter, and that's something that we're going to see going forward with Joan Garcia. I thought his game was incredible, not just because of the saves, but also because the way he played with his hands, with his foot, the way he goes out, he's a very confident goalkeeper. I saw him so many times when Mallorca was trying to counter, and because we have such a high line, right there, Joan Garcia was right there into the final third, intercepting balls, intercepting crosses. The way that he plays is insane. But what are you guys are saying, man? What is up, Ria? Easy should have been like 7 goals. Relax, guys. I already said this. We are being very spoiled with Hansi Flick. I don't think that we need to expect to get 5, 6, 7 goals every match. Just we are so spoiled. It's crazy. Let's say we play shit, especially Olmo. I had to get a new TV. I don't think Olmo had a best game, but I don't think he had a bad game either. So, see, that's the thing. So, what's going on, Tino? Eddie Garcia was great, too. Eddie Garcia was great. So, let's get to the players. I already said Joan Garcia, right? He gets a couple of saves. He got a few shots. But every time he got the ball, I thought he knew what he knew what to do with it. See, he only had one save. We kept a clean sheet. That's something that's very important in this game. Keeping a clean sheet, that's something that we needed. And going forward, I thought that we needed to keep a clean sheet going into this game. And I'm not going to make any excuses, and I'm not going to say anything else. If we are going to have a clean sheet, we have a clean sheet. So we got 0 goals conceded in this game. Joan Garcia, one of my favorite players of the game, to be honest with you. So now, Eddie Garcia, I thought he was incredible. I wonder why we have Koundé, Eddie Garcia type of situation. I thought Eddie Garcia was the clear backup, but it's looking like Koundé is losing his job, or what's going on here? He just renewed his contract. Why isn't Koundé starting? I think it's because of form. It's the only explanation. But I thought Eddie Garcia, man, I've said this before, show me a day where Eddie Garcia has a bad game. I'll sit here and wait. Tell me a day that Eddie Garcia has a bad game. That kid is a stud, man. With Hansi Flick, he's so much better. I know before with Xavi, he made mistakes. But ever since we got Hansi Flick, Eddie Garcia is a new, different player. Araujo, guys. Araujo is a 7.1 SOFA score today. I thought that he was one of his best performances. I know Neil Gardner was already saying like looking at Araujo was like making him miss Íñigo Martinez, and he's like, I wonder if I'm overcritical. 1,000% he's overcritical. Araujo had a good game tonight. If we are going to bash Araujo after every single mistake, can we praise him when he plays good, when he does a good job? I thought he was with a vengeance. I know he was making a lot of plays that were a little tricky, borderline yellow cards. He was sometimes he gets a little ahead of himself, but today he had a great game. Today he was good. I think that if we're looking at in terms of the one thing that that helps Araujo when Eric Garcia is there, because Eric Garcia is good on the ball. So many times when you see Araujo and Eric Garcia, they make a good pair because Eric Garcia is good on the ball. So Araujo can just deflect to Eric Garcia in many occasions. Don't forget, on Tuesday, I'm going to release a tactical breakdown of everything that happened in this game. So yeah, guys, please like the stream. 168 people watching. If there's anyone here that is not subscribed, do it already. Become part of this community because we're going to have a post-game show after every Barcelona game this season. So yeah, let's give Araujo he had 81% accuracy on passes. Actually, I thought he was good. Today, I don't mind his game. I thought he was really, really good. Kubarsi, nothing of note as far as Kubarsi. I don't see his progression passes anymore. Some point early in the season last year, I thought his progression passes were a little better. And this season, and at the end of last season, for some reason, they seemed to be disappearing a little bit. And Barcelona in the second half, I thought we were very sluggish. I thought we were very sloppy, not making the right passes. But at the end of the day, man, we didn't concede. That's a lot to do with our center backs, a lot to do with also playing with 9 men. Let's say it for what it is. But I thought the defense was outstanding. And John Garcia only had one shot that he saved, and it wasn't even close. So yeah, so let's get to the midfield. But first, let me see what you guys are saying. I like taking my time with this stuff. Araujo is hard to watch. Well, yeah, he's a little unorthodox, if I should put it like that. I thought Araujo played good today. I'm not sure. All you guys think that Araujo had a bad game? Because I thought Araujo was fine. I thought he was okay. Now, he doesn't play with a high IQ. Sometimes he'll get in his own way and he'll make the wrong play or he'll make a foul. But he just needs to be more focused. He needs to maybe he's too big and too strong and he just can't stop himself sometimes. Yeah, so Araujo, no brain. Man, you guys are hard, man. You guys are really, really hard on Araujo. Let's see, only rehab, relax, facts. Okay, so yeah. So Fermin for higher line teams, Olmo for low blocks. Yeah, so we'll see what's going on. Guys, who is the man of the match? Well, the man of the match is the one and only Lamine Yamal. A goal and assist, well-deserved. Very, very well-deserved man of the match, by the way. With that goal, that banger, and also that assist. Dude, that assist was... he put it so good. The assist from Lamine Yamal, it has more credit than the goal itself. The goal was easier to score than the pass. I think that pass was more difficult than the goal, in my opinion. But yeah, so let's get to the midfield. I thought De Jong and Pedri were very, very good today. The only knock I have is like, I don't know, this thing with Pedri and De Jong in every first half. It seems like they take always like 4 to 5 minutes to get full control of the midfield. I wonder why. That is. But every time it seems like Barcelona, the first couple of minutes, they always struggle. Then they settle down after 5-6 minutes, and then they take control of the game. They take control of the ball. But it always takes us 5 to 6, sometimes 10 minutes to get into rhythm. But I thought both of them did have a good day. Like I said, Amazon Prime. I'm gonna call Pedri Gonzalez Amazon Prime this whole season because he delivers and is always on time and always knows what to do with the football. De Jong, it shows us sometimes we don't notice the young too much, but this duo, man, is a cheat code. It truly, truly is a cheat code. What they can do, to me, it's just insane. But yeah, if we get to the attackers, okay. I thought Rafinha in the first half. I thought Rafinha. This was a typical classic Rafinha game. He does get the goal. He doesn't get an assist. But I didn't think it was Rafinha's one of his best games. Now, he was moving around a lot. I thought that, there was a couple of chances where there was one time where he had the ball on the left, right, on the left wing. He had Balde on the left by himself. He could hit him in stride, and he didn't do it. I thought that was not good, and then instead he tries to cross, and it was a really terrible cross, to be honest. And sometimes I was a little frustrated at a lot of portions of the game. I was a little frustrated at Rafinha in this game, but he does get the goal. So at the end of the day, he's a stop monster. Like, I know that's what he can do. There was a few times where he was close to scoring another goal. He came very close on one shot. Then he came very close on the far post top corner, and then on the bottom corner as well. So he had two chances in the second half that he almost scored. It could have easily been this game easily could have been like 5-0. And then again. We're now, if we're talking in terms of Fermin Lopez, I'm disappointed. I'm just gonna say it, man. I said it. Start Fermin. Let's go with Fermin. Let's see what you guys said about Fermin. It says Fermin 100 times better than Olmo. Yeah, dude. Yeah, we can agree to disagree. Rosso. I wouldn't say 100 times. Fermin Lopez didn't have a good game in the first half. I thought he was actually pretty mediocre. He didn't do much. He wasn't connecting. He wasn't shooting. He wasn't creating. Remember the number 10. The number 10's job is to create for the attackers. He wasn't really creating much. I know it was extremely low block. With these low block teams, Fermin is going to struggle, and it showed. And in the second half, very low key. Almost hits the post. He should have had a goal. He knows how to find space in tight areas. And that's when you have this whole debate. Olmo, Fermin. Somebody in the chat here said Olmo for low blocks, and then Fermin for when you're stretching the field. And I totally get that. But I thought today, Fermin Lopez, I'm a little disappointed on this game just because, brother, you're given the chance to go out, and you gotta make the best of it, because you know what? You have an extremely crazy competition, because Dani Olmo's right there, dude. You know what? Dani Olmo was very unlucky. That shot could have easily gone in, and it didn't. So that when it hit the woodwork, I was kicking myself, because I thought he should have scored there. I think as Barcelona fans, I think we're very critical. We're very critical of Dani Olmo, because I can see you guys frustration and saying that Dani Olmo is not a good player. This is I hope we sell Dani Olmo before it's too late, huh? Yeah, you want to sell him? He's only been here for less than a year. So by the way, I don't know what you guys want to do with Dani Olmo. Let's see. Did something happen with the case? Real Madrid is going to create a Nigeria rumor. Dude, somebody needs to tell me when is the next episode of Real Madrid TV, because their meltdown is going to be just insane, man. But yeah, no, I thought Olmo, like I said, guys, to finish my thought on Olmo, I thought, it says Araujo needs to lose some weight. Yeah, maybe you're right. We'll have to see. But I thought that Dani Olmo was actually pretty good today. You guys don't like Dani Olmo game today? You guys didn't think Dani Olmo had a good game? Joan Garcia, man of the match for me. Well, it's hard to build a case on Dani Olmo man of the match with Joan Garcia man of the match when he only had one save, and that save wasn't even that great to begin with. So when it comes to my man of the match, and I'm gonna get to it right now, that's gonna be my good for the day. My good for the day were two things. A clean sheet is my number one good tonight, and my second good is Lamine Yamal. I think tonight the game could have gone very, very, very differently if Lamine Yamal doesn't have this kind of game. I thought his game was incredible. 9.2 Okay, so 9.2 Sofa score here. He had 90 minutes play, 1 goal, 1 assist. He had 9 shots. He had 78% accurate passes, 3 chances created. Remember, chances created are very picky to, like, they don't count every single one. So the fact that he had 3 chances created, that's very, very, very good. I think his game today was very good. He had 67 successful dribbles. It said 1 out of 4 accurate passes, and one of those accurate crosses, and one of those was actually the assist that he got. So he was only dispossessed once, and he had 1 corner. So I thought he was good. His passes into the final third, he had 2 as well. So I mean, 9.2 Sofa score and that banger in the second half, baby. That was a thing of beauty. And we needed that goal, by the way, because if we not, we would have been below Rayo Vallecano, and that nobody wants to be below Rayo Vallecano, guys. Now, I have to put it to you like this. So let's talk about Ferran Torres real quick, because I thought Ferran Torres was great tonight. He was good in the first half. He was taken out in the second half over Marcus Rashford, of course. And I'm going to get to my thoughts on Marcus Rashford. You guys are going to want to hear this. So Ferran Torres, I thought I'm going to give him a good today, because he also could have stopped in that game. In that play, he could have stopped just like Mallorca player stopped. It could have been very understandable had he just stopped on that play, and he doesn't, and he keeps going. Otherwise, we don't get that goal, and it was very important to send a tone setter to get that second goal. Otherwise, we would have been like fighting to get that goal in the second half, and Mallorca would have parked the bus with 9 players. But it was very important to have that comfortable 2-0 lead with 9 players against Mallorca. So I thought that was good. So yeah, I'm gonna get to the substitutes in just a second. One thing I do want to show is the table, guys. Let's take a look at the table. So as you can see right here, that's what I was telling you guys. Let me see if I can move it so where you guys can see the whole. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so look, Barcelona is in #1 spot with 3 points, and also, like I said, if we don't score that goal, we don't get a +3 goal differential. And Vallecano has +2, so they would have been up above Barcelona if we don't score that third goal. And Villarreal is also with a +2, they're #3. So everyone else, Alaves, I guess they're winning. Deportivo Alaves is winning right now. And these two are, I think they're either tying right now or playing later. No, they're actually playing right now. So yeah, it's the only thing. But Real Madrid can still take the #1 spot if they go and score 4 goals on Tuesday. Which, can somebody please tell me in the chat, why is Real Madrid playing on Tuesday anyway? I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I for the life of me, I don't know why they're playing on Tuesday. Why can't they play on the weekend like everyone else is playing? So it's the off season. So I don't know why a team needs to play on Tuesday. But yeah, so I mean, let's get to the chat real quick, and then we'll get to the substitutes. We'll get to the bad. Well, I'll get to the bad right now before I get to the chat. I thought my bad was, I have to say it, man. I think my bad was the team not playing with the same mentality that we played last season. Last season, we never slowed down. If a game is going the way that it was going tonight. I think last season we just would have kept going, and I'm hoping, because it's the first game, but Barcelona need to play with more sense of urgency to get more goals, get better in the second half. My bad was also Fermin Lopez, guys. I'm sorry. I know a lot of you love him. I love him, but I thought my bad, Fermin Lopez didn't really create anything for me. He was my bad for the day. He gets 70%, 76% accurate passes, 0 chances created. As a number 10, 0 chances created, dude. That's literally, you're not giving me anything. That's the bread and butter of the number 10. He had 31 touches, and only 2 touches into the box. So I didn't like that. I'm just going to put it to you guys like that. But you guys let me know in the chat if you disagree with me. That's fine. We can disagree. But Olmo, as much as you guys hate Olmo had a better game today than Fermin Lopez. And if you guys hate Olmo, then how come are we not using the same energy for Fermin Lopez? Especially when a lot of people have been saying that he's not good coming to start games. Fermin Lopez doesn't start games good. He's better coming off the bench. So this is kind of proving that point. To be quite honest with you. To me, to me that's also was bad was actually Rafinha. Even though he did score that goal, I didn't like the fact that he made that play. That any other game, that's probably a red card. So I don't like Rafinha how he came out today. I think he wasn't as concentrated. He could have passed a few areas where he could have done a little bit better, in my opinion. So he's gonna get to my bad list, even though he scored today. But he's still, like, Rafinha is a baller. Okay, don't get me wrong. I don't want people to get oversensitive for what I'm saying, but I want you guys to understand that that kind of game that he had. People been saying that. Okay, so let's see. Let's get to the chat, guys. What are you guys are saying? Let's see. Yamal should have had 3 assists today. Yeah, I agree. He had a very good game, by the way. He had a very, very, very good game. Okay, so let's see. Yes, I won't be surprised. Guys, before we get to the chat, please like the stream. There's 144 people watching. I appreciate everyone who's here. If you guys can like the stream, you guys have no idea how much that would help me. I would really appreciate it if you guys can subscribe as well, if you're not. But next game, okay, so only Barca. Next game is against the secondary terrorist FC Levante. Well, Levante, it's only had like 5 players registered, right? It was so weird. I hope everyone is good, though. I don't know. Let's see. We constantly criticize RA, yet I recall many of us begging him to stay before he closed out the winter transfer. Let's give him a chance this season, family. Yeah, you and me both, buddy. I think I'm already being on record. I'm on the Ronald Araujo bandwagon because, guys, we need him, and Hansi Flick can see that. A lot of people forget. Okay, let me get to this. I'll get to Araujo right now. A lot of people forget that Araujo, the beginning of last season with Hansi Flick, it was Araujo and Cubarsí to start off the season. That's what Hansi Flick envisioned for this team. That's what Hansi Flick wanted. Araujo gets injured, couple weeks out. Inigo Martinez lights the world on fire and played an incredible season to never look back after that. But that doesn't mean all of a sudden Araujo is a bum. Araujo was regarded as a starter for this team, but now he was very unlucky. Remember, he came off an injury as well. He didn't have enough time. I do want Hansi Flick to at least stick to Araujo now that he made that decision, because Araujo needs more playing time. Araujo needs to get more reps. And the more reps he gets, the better he's going to be. And now we need to support this move from Hansi Flick's point of view. Both our number 10s were weak today. Rafinha, as usual, has at least one GA game, even when he plays bad. Yeah, you and me both. I don't think he had the best game, but he's a stat monster. He's going to get the stats. But I think we're very unfair with Olmo. I don't think he played that bad. He only played. Okay, so he did came off the beginning of the second half. So he played more than I thought he played. But man, low block teams. You guys, we need to support Olmo, man. We're gonna need Dani Olmo more than you guys realize. I'm just dead honest to you guys about that. We're gonna need Dani Olmo more than you guys really realize. Draw next. Okay, so says Dro is next man up. Now we can give him a try. I don't mind. Like on a game that it's well in hand, I don't mind to see Dro in second halves and see what he can do. I wouldn't mind at all. So Torrens, Casado, why not bring them on? So Torrens played today. One thing I have to say on Torrens, he's a beast, right? He's a good defender. He's a good player. But guys, he's still very raw. He had a chance where he could have crossed it, and he didn't even connect to anyone. He was way overboard. There was another chance where he actually made a good play down the left wing, and the right play at that moment was a diagonal cross where Pedri and De Jong were coming right behind by themselves, and he doesn't get the diagonal cross. He crosses laterally. Nobody's there to close it out. So he's not reading the game as much as I want him to read the game. So Jeffrey Torrens, he needs to get better, but he's still very young, and it's good that Hansi Flick is giving him minutes. It's good that he's trying out. He's going to learn, but it's going to take time. But right now, he does look a little raw to me. I'm not going to lie. Ria, Olmo, Fermin, Rafinha, Dro, Tony. Okay, Olmo is better against low block, but also very wasteful. Yeah, Olmo washed. Yeah, let's get to the substitutes, okay? It says Dani Olmo is a bomb player. Unfortunately, he's injury prone, but he's still a banging player. I agree with you, brother, like 100%. I do think the same. So if we look in terms of who came in the second half, right? And I want to see you guys' opinion and see if you guys agree. Let me know in the chat. But when Dani Olmo came in, the team was playing a little better in terms of creating more opportunities. And now we were very slow, so that's not an indictment on Dani Olmo, but we were very slow. But if we look at Dani Olmo, for example, let's see what he did. Let's look at it, okay? So he played 45 minutes, no goals, no assists. He took 5 shots. Accurate passes 75%, and let's see if he created any chances. Let's see if he had any chances created. All right, so let's see. Accurate balls. I want to see. Chances created, 0. Okay, so that's not good. Okay? Your 2 number 10s, the first half and the second half, created no chances. Just to put it into perspective, Leo Messi today in this Barca team will create 5 to 6 chances in the first half. And that's an all Lionel Messi, okay? So just to put it into perspective, that means your number 10s are not playing good. And I agree with everyone who wants to bash Dani Olmo, because you cannot tell me that you're the number 10 for this team and create 0 chances against Mallorca. Really? 0 chances created against Mallorca? That's not good, guys. That is not good enough. If I'm Hansi Flick, I'm going in that locker room and I'm yelling at both number 10s in this game, because that's not good enough. I already said what I wanted to say on Jeffrey Torrens. Now, Gavi's still picking up right where he left off. Gavi looked very sharp today. For the little minutes that he played today, and I think maybe he should have came in the second half. I think Hansi Flick should have bring him on just together with Dani Olmo. So let's see what he did though. He had one. What he gets the assist on the Lamine Yamal goal. So I didn't know that. I forgot. So Gavi gets the assist on Lamine Yamal's goal. That's good, right? Accurate passes 95. Okay, so guys. Okay, so this is the nice things about looking at this kind of these kinds of stats. Okay, Gavi. Bash him all you want. Say that he just works hard and doesn't play technical, doesn't do much. Gavi had 2 chances created in 22 minutes played. Fermin Lopez and Dani Olmo combined for 90 minutes and get 0 chances created. And Gavi comes off the bench for 22 minutes and giving me 2 chances created. You guys in a heap of trouble. You guys in a heap of trouble because Gavi is knocking on the door here. Gavi is knocking on the door, and you guys need to get it straight. You guys need to get it straight because that's not good. Accurate long balls. Gavi, 3-4-3, 100%. That's also very good. Dribble pass once. Recoveries. He got 2 recoveries as well, and that's the thing, man. I mean, Gavi was good. I mean, in just a little bit of time, he actually had a very good game. Yeah, so Pablo Gaviria Escobar, exactly, man. Oh, he's a baller. He's been balling out this season, was the best player in the preseason. Probably should have played the whole second half, to be honest with you. I don't know what to say. Like, it says WTF? For what? For what? For facts? I hope you're not directing this message at me. I'm reading facts, actual facts. So this is not opinion. I'm not going on a rant. I'm looking and reading at the stat sheet. It's right there. I mean, this is not an opinion. It's a fact. Who is the new king of football? Barcelona, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Not the name is funny. So let's see what else you guys saying though. We're also gonna get to a little bit of the news from the press conference. Guys, like the stream, dude. I got 97 likes. If one of you haven't liked the stream, hit the like. My goal is 100 likes for this stream. So if you guys can help me out, that means the world to me, man. But let me know though, guys. Get in the chat. Ask me questions. Whatever you thought about the game, let me know. Whatever you want me to get to, I like when people ask me questions and ask for my opinions. And especially if it's about this game, guys, let me know. If there's something that you guys thought that I haven't covered or I haven't said. But we're going to get to Barca times in just a little bit because I do want to get to a few news that are happening around Barcelona right at the end of the stream. But no, this has been a fire show, in my opinion, man. Are you guys good with these shows? Do you guys like these post-game shows, by the way? Also, let me know in the chat. So only good thing was the 3-point, and that's it. The rest was slow, sleeping football from Barca. Yeah, I mean, I get the sense, Rosso, that you're very critical, and that's not wrong, by the way. I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong. That's good mentality. I mean, not be complacent, not just looking at the stat sheet and say that's good win. That's good too. I respect it. I do respect it a lot. Now, we have been spoiled by this team. It seems to me that this team cannot win 1-0 or 2-0. I remember back in last season when we had a couple of games where it was 5-4, 3-2. We were begging for a 1-0, 2-0 game. Now we got it, and now we have new things to complain about. That would be my only knock. Don't be spoiled by thinking that we're going to win 5-0 every single game. Real Madrid, guys. Real Madrid has made a living in the Champions League and in LaLiga by playing horrible and winning 1-0 or winning 3-2. So, I'm going to be shameless. I'll take the win. I'll take it, but I'll take it, man. Olmo has been bad for the past 15 games, bro. Okay, yeah, that's a fair point, man. That's what I'm saying. Gavi is coming. Gavi is coming, and he's gonna put everyone on notice. Torrens have to learn how to cross the ball. Yeah, that was my point exactly. I totally agree with you. Olmo also killed Rashford's game. Yeah, so guys, thank you for reminding me. I haven't got to my last two substitutes of this game. Says Olmo killed Rashford's game. He took up every attack. He can't wait to see Rashford touches. Okay, look, I'll get to my Rashford thing, and saving the best for last, right? And here it goes. Okay, that's my thing about Rashford tonight. I think that Rashford will struggle against low block teams because he needs the space. He needs to and today Rashford is a Ferrari. It's literally a Ferrari in a garage. It's a Ferrari in a school zone because you can't not speed up. You there's no way to speed to. There's no track race. There's nothing. So in many instances, Rashford's going to be better up against Real Madrid. He's going to be better up against teams who are going to attack Celta de Vigo, teams that we can counter. Those are the games that Rashford's going to be better. And in my opinion, I think that Rashford just needs to play more for these games. And it was in fruition that in this game, he didn't have the space. He kept looking for somewhere to run and somewhere to be, and he just couldn't be there because there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to be. Nobody's hitting him in stride, and that's the only problem. He needs to adapt, and he will. But he needs to adapt to the low block. He needs to create his own space. He needs to create his own shot. And I think that's the only knock on Rashford when it comes to low block teams. And this is one of the reasons, by the way, many people thought that he wasn't going to work at Barcelona. and people will say to look at today's game, but this is something I already expected. He didn't have any room to run. A few times he passed the ball. A few times that he was trying to create something, he couldn't create a shot. He couldn't create anything. At the end of the day, he needs to figure out how he can work in tight spaces. In La Liga, it's going to take some time. Look at how good Mbappe looks right now. But Mbappe was having a tough time adapting to La Liga. The first 10 games for Mbappe were literally pathetic. Were literally bad. Like when I'm saying bad, it was really, really bad. But yeah, what are you guys saying, man? It says Lamine Yamal, FC Barcelona, let's go, baby. Of course, always Lamine. Lamine is the king. He puts the crown, baby. Yeah, let's go. This season, Barcelona is making it rain. Exactly. Definitely the post game shows. Thank you. Hey, thank you guys for being here, man. I see that you guys are liking, man. We hit 105 likes today, man. I'm very happy. That means this show, man, it's gonna be on. It's gonna be on. Hopefully it's gonna be on every single game that you can expect me here. So I appreciate all the subscribes too. Like I'm growing, man. I'm very, very happy about the growth of this channel. So if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to the channel, become part of this community already. So I didn't see Rashford receiving useful passes from the rest of the team today. Now, like I said, it was tight spaces. We couldn't get Rashford into stride, which is really what he's better at. He's better in one-on-ones. He's better at a counter transition. That's what he does best. Unfortunately, we couldn't find that spacing due to Mallorca parking the bus. Torrance was not good either, but still very young. Understand, but Olmo, your time here is over. I mean, we need to sell him. If we sell him, has to be very, very soon. Has to be very, very soon. I feel bad for Rashford. They didn't pass him that much either. Yeah, because he didn't have a lot of places where to go with the ball. That's the thing. Rashford should start next game. Yeah, I mean, next game is going to be another low block Levante, so we'll see. We'll see what we can do. I mean, would you start him over Ferran Torres? That's my question, because Ferran Torres scored a goal again today, so he does nothing but score. He has to find spaces, Rashford. Yes, he has to. That's the thing. He needs to figure that out. Vamos, volume, wider Culés. What's going on, man? We need to collaborate sometime soon. But yeah, what's going on, buddy? Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, so let's see. Javon says he had 3 chances to run behind and no one passed. He tried to link up with Olmo and bro was shot. What you're saying is true. That is not what happened today. Yeah. Well, I mean, it did happen today because they were playing with extremely low block. That's the thing. When teams are playing the low block, there's not going to have any space. That's just a fact. Volume. I heard Flick was not happy today. Yeah, we're going to get to that. As a matter of fact, let's look into it right now. I wonder what he said. Let's look at what Hansi Flick said. We're going to go to Barca Times, who always brings up whatever Hansi Flick said in the press conference. And I'm gonna show you guys the screen. But by the way, guys, thank you for sticking around in the show. 113 people watching still. I really appreciate it, man. We're almost past the hour, so I'm only gonna be here for another 10-15 minutes probably. But I appreciate everyone who's here, though. I really, really do. So let's see. Araujo. This year, we hope to concede very few goals. And Araujo, he's been part of it. The last 2 starts for Araujo, Cubarsí combo, guys, 2 clean sheets. That's a fact. Araujo, Cubarsí, no goals conceded in the last 2 games. I like the trend. I like to see where the trend is going. Let's see what's going on here. Register on D-Day. Dislocated a pinky finger during the warm-up. Got a hard blown from Miruki studs his face. Kept a clean sheet, 1-3-0. Quite a debut for John Garcia in Blaugrana. Yeah, we have to agree with this, by the way. Like I said, today he showed incredible toughness. Played through injuries. That was very, very, very good. I thought that was very, very good. So let's see what Hansi Flick said in the press conference, guys. But guys, before we do that, please like this stream. We need to get to more people. We got 842 subscribers. Man, it would be nice to hit 850 by the end of the stream. That would mean a lot to me. Hansi Flick, Ferran's. I always tell my team, don't stop until a ref. Oh, guys. Did I say that or not? Did I say that or not at the beginning of the show? They teach you this in little leagues. They teach you this in 8th grade. Do not stop until the final referee blows his whistle. And Ferran Torres didn't stop. That's all I'm saying. That's the thing. Mallorca stopped. And you can't do that until you hear the whistle. You got to hustle every single time. Joan Garcia's face to Muriki's challenge. Oh, yeah, he got hit pretty hard. Let's see what Hansi Flick said. I am not happy with the way we played in the second half. That's totally 1,000%. We were very sluggish in the second half. My team played at 50 to 60%. And this is not acceptable against 9 men. I need to speak to my... See, that's what I'm saying. That's my manager. That's my manager right there. That's my manager. He needs to speak to the team. We needed to see blood. Dude, and Ferran Torres made blood today. Yes, I agree. So Barca volume, you're Barca fan, you're talking about how Real Madrid don't go back-to-back 0 trophies. Well, Vini and Mbappe are going to stop them winning. Yeah, you keep saying that, buddy, but I don't think that's factual, because I've been on record saying that Real Madrid doesn't go back-to-back trophyless. But I don't know. I mean, they just don't. Yeah, about Real Madrid don't go back-to-back trophyless. Well, I mean, okay, let me give you an example. I think I understand your point now. I was getting it all wrong. Let's look at last season, for example. Last season, Barcelona was great and Real Madrid was bad. Okay, so I get it. We dominated Real Madrid. We beat them down 4 out of 4 games, right? We beat them down. But here's the thing. In football, a lot can happen, and a lot of things will not go your way. And the Copa del Rey was a prime example of that. Barcelona, ran through Real Madrid, but in Copa del Rey, it was the 82nd minute, and Real Madrid was beating Barcelona 2-1. That goes to show you how little and how fast things can go. And the only reason we tied that game is, I think, it's because Rudiger was injured. And he didn't have the legs to track down Ferran Torres on that pass. And Ferran Torres ends up scoring. He takes on Rudiger and scores the goal. And what happens? And then what happens? Barcelona ties the game, and then in overtime, we win it. But I think if Rudiger is healthy, maybe Rudiger makes that defensive play and Barcelona doesn't win this game. So my only point to this is, sometimes, even if you're the better team, doesn't mean you win the game. Sometimes some things happen and you don't win the game. But yeah, I mean, that's just my point. It says, Barca volume and Mbappe and Vini cannot play together. That's a fact. Because, yeah, I agree with this, actually. I've been on podcasts and other shows, and I've said this too. But, dude, my manager, once again, calling out the team, and that's exactly what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted my manager to call out this team for playing so bad in the second half. So that's the only thing. But let's see what else. The king, right? Lamine Yamal. I mean, let's call him Young King, because he is a young king. And I love he's doing the LeBron. Is that the LeBron James celebration? I love it, dude. He's taking on all this pressure. You guys realize it, right? He's taking all this pressure. First assist as a number 10. First goal as the number 10. History will be made 100%, man. I guess that was all for as far as Hansi Flick's press conference. So I'm assuming this was a very, very very short press conference from him. So Barcelona 3-0, as a perfect start. to the league. And then yeah, so to me, my thought is just like Barcelona gets the number one in La Liga. But guys, let me know your final thoughts, and we are going to wrap up the show. We've been live for about longer than an hour, so I usually gonna go an hour. So I do appreciate you guys stopping by, man, on this show today. I think it was fire show. It was a fire show. He got clipped, and my dad was saying that he was soft red. It will take Rashford a good amount of time to get settled in the Barcelona. He's not used to the fast pacing and finishing the close chances. He just needs to create in small spaces. That's all. It was his first game, and we missed Lewa in the game. He didn't have a focal point of attack. Ferran was dropping so much. Yeah, maybe you're right. I probably agree with that. To be honest, Rafinha is relaxed. He needs to step up. Although he scored, he needs competition. Yeah, and the competition is going to be Rashford, in my opinion. He scored a golazo. He did. I agree with Flick, in the second half was awful, and they played slow. I think, to me, that was the ugly. Just how bad we played in the second half. And we were lucky that we didn't have to fight for this game. Mallorca had 9 men, so yeah. The Copa del Rey weren't even close. Real Madrid robbed us of 3 pens. How can you sit and say it was close? That's funny that you say, how can I say it was close when we were losing the game? I mean, we were losing the game, bro. 2-1. We were losing the game. You can sit there and say robbery is all you want, but the fact of the matter is we were losing the game. So you look very ridiculous when you're saying, how can you say it was close? Because we were losing 2-1. We were losing the game. That's why I said it was close. Jesus Christ, man. John Garcia's ball carrying and throw is so good. Well, the ball carrying and throw was so good. He knows how to do that because he's so used to transition games. He's so used to counters. He's so used to transitions. So he's very good at that. And also, not just that, but what's been very underrated and nobody's talking about is the way he goes out and the way he stays. He knows when to go, when to stay. And the way he always intercepts crosses and long balls, it's insane. I mean, that's the one thing that I think that is going to help with the high line. His speed, getting to that ball, the final third. Sometimes he'll get there before the attackers do. It doesn't matter if it's outside or not, but he's getting there even faster. Exactly, Rafinha is too relaxed. He should step up. He should step up more. Yeah, so guys, please like this stream. I'm gonna end it. I'm probably expect another this coming up. Maybe tomorrow I will make the 5 key takeaways from today's game. 5 key takeaways. Expect that video coming, releasing either tonight or tomorrow, depending on my timing. And guys, I'm probably gonna be doing a tactical Tuesday as well. I have a Real Madrid Barcelona not playing under the same. They don't play under the same rules as Premier League and PSG. I'm working on a video and I'm gonna tell you guys how much difficult it is for Real Madrid and Barcelona competing up against Premier League teams and also PSG teams because we don't play under the same La Liga restrictions. So you guys are going to like that one, by the way. And on Tuesday, it's going to be Tactical Tuesday. I'm also going to have a Stream Dave. I'm going to be with Stream Dave on Monday, and Stream Dave's going to be with me on Friday. So I got a lot of content coming up, so just stay tuned, okay? There's a lot of stuff to unpack, so just want to make sure you guys know that. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for being and making it to the end of the show. I appreciate you guys watching. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until next time, Visca el Barça.